And joining me now for a weekly update on the United Way's Local Love in a Global Crisis campaign is Juliette Labossiere from our local United Way of SD&G. Welcome, Juliette.
Hi, thanks again for having us.
All right, so we'll start with the good news, perhaps the great news, and what we've raised so far for this campaign.
I'm really excited to announce that locally, both through the Local Love in a Global Crisis and through our local COVID Relief Fund, our current balance right now is at $13,000. So it's really exciting.
Fantastic. Now that's, of course, generosity from the community as well as some organizations, I believe.
Yeah, I have to take the time to make a shout out to Freshco, who stepped up and gave us a $1,000 donation this week, as well as your credit union, who was our title sponsor for our handbag event that unfortunately had to be canceled, who asked to donate $2,500 of their original sponsorship right back into the local COVID Relief Fund. And we have over 8 handbag sponsors that have also stepped up and said, oh, please use our money for that fund as well. So I can't thank them, as well as the generous individuals in the community who have stepped up to donate and really get that ball rolling, into the beginnings of the spending money to really help that vulnerable population in our community. United Way itself has dug into our own emergency fund that we keep, our reserve fund, and we're giving ourselves $5,000 to this cause.
Fantastic. Now, of course, the hallmark of United Way has always been that every dollar donated stays right here in SD&G. So let's talk about where that money is going, because it's staying right here.
Absolutely. And so I can't emphasize more that I am not alone managing this money. We have created a regional emergency response council, and this has partners from a whole bunch of sectors, including elected officials. We have the school boards, we have food banks, we have Cornwall Housing and Social Services, 211, not-for-profits, people working with violence against women, people working with the seniors in the community, our service clubs. We really do cover from the counties all the way to Akwesasne, and including Cornwall, in the representation of people around the table, making sure that we know what the actual needs are and can best spend that money on services that are going to help everyone, regardless of where they live within that large area that is ours.
And I believe the council has approved funding criteria. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're really excited. So we know exactly now how we can spend our money and where our areas, our emphasis are going to be. So of course, we want to help out organizations that are particularly helping seniors, but also families, individuals, people living with disabilities. We have our criteria. We don't know exactly, we haven't yet determined exactly how that will be distributed. We're just waiting. I think it's very responsible that we realize as a community that the City of Cornwall announced a large sum of money available for non-for-profits last week. We're working collaboratively with them. They're around this decisional table. We want to allow them the opportunity to give out their money to the local non-for-profits that are currently assisting with COVID. And then we can follow up with our money to fill the gaps of services that perhaps weren't awarded any money through that particular process. We don't want to jump in and give all our money to one organization when we can make sure we share this wealth around and make sure that everyone gets a piece of that pie and everyone is feeling supported through this regional effort.
And I just want to elaborate a little bit more on that because we know that every single one of these organizations is crucial, not just in times of COVID, but especially now with this crisis.
Absolutely. And that's why we're taking the time for the first time to probably ever as the United Way to collaborate and fund agencies that aren't traditionally member agencies for us. Unfortunately, some of our member agencies can't offer services right now, but we can't turn a blind eye to the organizations and the service clubs that are currently helping their clients. And so if we have an agency that has had to close their door, but their clients are at home and have needs, and somebody is responding to those needs, well, we're going to make sure that that population is serviced through these efforts. So it really is global look at our community as a whole, making sure that all individuals in this community are getting the help they need during this crisis.
On that note, Juliette, thank you once again for joining me for another update on this excellent campaign.
Thank you.